Hi and welcome to Sanjay's Rugby World, and it was a great Springbok victory once again over the All Blacks, 31-19 in Durban. Once again we laid the platform for our victory in our forward pack, which was really good right across the park. We were strong in the lineouts. Victor Matfield probably wasn't quite as dominant as the previous week, but the All Blacks are definitely spooked by the Springbok lineout, and they've got real problems there. Our scrum was good. A couple of times we went backwards, but then a couple of times we pushed the All Blacks off their ball. And even when Bucky's Borta went off, I thought we were still pretty safe in our scrum. And Pierce Beast, I thought, did really well. A couple of times when he was under huge pressure at the back of the scrum, always picked the ball up cleanly, got us a bit of go forward and made sure that we retained possession. At the breakdown, again, the Springbok pack, its strength is that it really just functions well as a unit. Everybody does their job, everybody cleans out, everybody puts pressure on the opposition, and I thought the All Blacks were very negative, constantly diving over the ball, trying to kill the ball, and I thought they were lucky not to get penalised even more by the referee. I thought also the Springboks showed a lot of great composure. Going behind 10-3 quite early on, we had all the pressure. We had nothing to really show for it. The All Blacks scored against the run of play, you'd say. But this Springbok side is led superbly by John Smith, and they just stick to their guns. They didn't panic. They just slowly worked their way back in. Morné Steyn kicked the goals. We clawed our way back to 10-9, and then pressure told. I mean, it was a good try by Morné Steyn, but it was really the result of just lots and lots of pressure towards the All Black line, and that resulted in a scrum that we could then capitalise from. I thought also our kicking was really good. We've got three great kickers, Farida Prayer from the base of the scrum, Morné Steyn, and then Francois Steyn at the back as well. They all kick the ball a long way, but more than that, they give the ball plenty of air, just like the Bulls did earlier in the Super 14. And then the other strength is that the chasing is really good. JP Peterson, Brian Habana, they're always chasing the kicks, putting pressure on the opposition, and we targeted the All Black wingers. Muliaina is very good under the high ball, and he's got a good kick, but it just showed, pressurising Sivivatu and Rokafoko. They don't kick the ball back, and they got themselves into a lot of trouble. And I thought the All Blacks just played stupid rugby. I think they're very poorly coached. I've never had a lot of respect for Graham Henry, but I think they played the wrong tactics. I know they had to run the ball. It's their strength, but doing it 5 metres from their own goal line is just stupid. Not forcing the ball down in goal, again, I don't know whether it was lack of appreciation for the rules or whether they're trying to just run everything out from their goal line, but played right into the Springboks' hands. And although we didn't capitalise a lot from, we had a lot of 5 metre scrums, we just constantly had pressure on the All Black line, and eventually that told with penalties. We didn't have to score tries because the scoreboard was ticking over and we had a nice lead. It's a pity we haven't scored more, but our 3 tries that we have scored against the All Blacks have all come from backline players, so I think that's encouraging, and I think when we do click, we'll probably see a performance like we did against Australia at Ellis Park last year, where we can end up putting 50 odd points over the opposition. I think we showed it again when we played England on the end of year tour last year, so I'm not too worried about that. I think a little bit of cohesion amongst the backs will come with a bit of time. There has been criticism, especially by a lot of the New Zealanders, that the Boks are one-dimensional, that we don't really have a plan B. And all I'd say to that is, well, we don't have to. We play to our strengths. South African rugby has the best forward pack in the world at the moment. On our day, if we pitch up and, I guess, really we're our own worst enemies. The only team I think that can beat us is ourselves. If we play to our strengths and do what we're really good at, I don't think there's any pack in the world at the moment who can match us. And all we need is someone to kick our goals, and we'll be dominant almost every game. So I'm looking forward now to playing the Australians, because I think they're a little bit smarter than the All Blacks, so that presents a different challenge, and it's probably one that we'll struggle a little bit more against. And then I think also the return game against the All Blacks in Hamilton will show if the All Blacks have learnt anything, but again just show that if we can do what we're good at, we should be able to win that again with no problems. But winning away from home is the hard thing, and I'm interested to see how we go there.